Welcome back. We continue with the Steelers, who are now 0-1-1, and they got a ton of good quarterbacks to deal with as this season rolls on, beginning with Monday night. Ryan Fitzpatrick, who would have thought? But, excuse me, I want to talk about the onside kick that never happened. 1:59 left, Mark Kaboly, 3 timeouts, 42-37. Why not make one there?
That's a good question. You look up to that point that there was only 4 times the Steelers defense forced the Kansas City Chiefs into a third down play, and they converted on 2 or 3 of those or something like that. So what makes you think with 1:59 left that you're going to actually have a defensive stop? It's not going to happen. Well, you should have kicked it. You should have onside kicked it, then have your chance. I mean, if you don't have cover the onside kick, then it's an 8-point game. If you kick a field goal, then you still have another thing. The only thing I can think of is the new kickoff rules where you're only allowed to have 5 guys on each side of the kicker. Maybe it's just, the odds go down.
Well, I'm interested, not just Tuesday. I'm interested in to know what goes into that process. And Mike Tomlin won't tell us probably, but did he unilaterally come up with that? Did he consult with Danny Smith? Did he talk to Boswell? Who made that decision? I think is a big determining factor here, because it needs to lay at that person's feet. I can't imagine that Mike Tomlin has that firm a grasp of the controls at that point that he said, we're kicking it deep, it's on me, it's only me. I feel like his lieutenants really let him down in that situation. Someone needs to tell him, we're kicking the ball onside there.
But have you seen Chris Boswell kick?
He's awful at it.
He's horrible at it.
Yes.
I think that goes into this decision. His head is swimming. He's a ridiculously bad onside kicker. Kick it deep, hope you can stop him in 3 and get an opportunity to get a miracle touchdown.
The other thing
I think that
flawed,
factored into the decision.
What was flawed
too? So bad at it.
They did get a stop, kind of, with 10 seconds left. Antonio Brown should have been the deep guy and not Ryan Switzer on that last punt. If you have any chance left in the world, it's 84 returning a punt, not Ryan Switzer. I'm sorry.
All right, let's talk about 84. Antonio Brown had some antics today. Jeff, when you watch him on the sideline, once again, he was targeted 17 times, 33 targets in 2 weeks. He's getting opportunities, but he's mad. He's mad about something. What is he mad about? And once again, going into the face of a coordinator.
He's mad at the stat lines of the other guys. He's seeing Jesse James get nearly 140 yards receiving. He's seeing Juju catch 13 passes. And while he was targeted just 2 fewer times than Juju was, he doesn't have as many catches. I think that's why he's mad. There's a lot of me guys that are great. And AB is a great football player, but he's a me guy. And when he's not getting his, there's an issue.
This is the ultimate football quandary. He's a diva. He's selfish. He's a guy, a lot of times, I don't think you want to be around, but he's probably your best player. So what are you going to do, run him off? This is what comes with the territory with guys like that. This is what happens on a lot of football teams. It's tough. It's tough. Look, AB is – you want him on your football team, and you just kind of deal with this stuff till it goes over the top. And it's Mike Tomlin's determination what is over the top. I don't know if it was or if it wasn't today. Probably not. I still want AB on my football team, but it's kind of tough at times.
Do you really think anything's over the top when it comes to AB and Mike Tomlin? Is there anything Mike Tomlin puts his foot down when it comes to the best wide receiver in the league and say, nah, you can't do this?
Well, the Facebook Live stuff he did.
That might be about it. But let me tell you something about AB today. I saw him on either 2 of 3 or 3 or 4 occasions on 3 or 4 plays that he tapped out. He said, I'm done. I'm coming out. I thought he was hurt. This is a guy who's in spectacular shape, and he's tapping out.
He caught 9 balls, and they scored 37 points, though. I got a hard time laying. They scored 37 points. They missed an extra point. They missed a field goal. I have a hard time blaming the offense at all, AB included.
The only thing I'd say about the offense is they started very slowly.
Right.
3 and out, minus 2 yards, 3 and out. I mean, you got to keep pace with that team that just scored 14 points, and they didn't. It took them a long time. Then they go completely out of their game plan. One other note I want to talk about before we go to our smooth moves, and that would be another overtime game and another tie today. We don't see many of these, but it's now 15 minutes. It was. Now it's 10 minutes. Would that extra 5 minutes make a difference here, Jeff Hathhorn? And do you think they should just go back to that to avoid ties? It's safety versus outcome. Which do you prefer?
Yeah, potentially. I think you could go back to that. I kind of like the rule as it is because the college rule can get so ridiculous. But maybe that extra 5 minutes is the reason that we haven't seen as many ties. How do you explain, too? Is it that fluky? But no one wants to see a tie. I don't know. Do you play 10 minutes, then go college rule? I don't know what the answer is.
No, just play college rules. It could be the middle of the night on Saturday. I can look up half groggy at the television. It's San Jose and San Diego State or whatever. And if they're in overtime, I stop everything I'm doing and watch a college game that's in overtime. It's some of the most exciting times in sports. Go with the college rule. That's safe. You don't have guys covering any kickoffs. Go with it. Play with the college rule, and there you have it. That's exciting as can be.
That seems a little gimmicky, though. I mean, at least for the pro level. I mean, this was one of Mike Tomlin's ideas 2 years ago, from 15 to 10. If you remember that Week 17 game against Cleveland, they went into overtime and won really late. He played a lot of his starters there, and he wasn't very happy because he had to come back and play, I think, Miami the next week. So that's his reasoning right now. But I mean, what's 5 minutes? We're talking an extra 6 or 7 plays here. I don't think we're putting too many people at risk. But I'm telling you, it was Mike Tomlin was a big proponent of this.
Well, we've seen 2 ties in 2 weeks, 29-29 today with the Vikings and the Packers. And now it's time to go round the horn for this week's Smooth Moves, brought to you by Pittsburgh's largest supplier of the smoothest granite, marble, and quartz countertops. That would be Armina Stone. All right, guys, smooth move. Colin, you're first.
Zane Gonzalez, the kicker from the Cleveland Browns. He missed 2 extra points and a field goal, potentially could have won the game for the Browns. Smooth move to him because it keeps those guys who are in charge of those beer cases from having to give away free beer in Cleveland. So, attaway Zane Gonzalez.
Go ahead, Mark. What's your smooth move?
I'm going to go right like this. How's Antonio Brown do it? He made a smooth move by sneaking out of the locker room before it even opened, or as it opened. Because you know what? We all go to him right away, and he might have said something stupid about Randy Fichtner and what happened on the sideline. So it's probably a smooth move for him, who usually takes about 8 hours to get ready to sneak out the back door. So very smooth move there, AB.
How about Keegan Brewer?
Oh.
You know who he is? North Texas State catches a punt and just stands there like he had called for fair catch. The Arkansas guys wait. He takes off and scores a touchdown at Arkansas. Smooth move by Keegan Brewer.
That's a good call, Jeff. I saw that, and he never did give the fair catch signal. They thought he did, and he didn't. He waited. Great acting, great speed, great touchdown. Those are the smooth moves. All about right here on Armina Stone. Brought to you by Armina Stone. They feature Pittsburgh's largest indoor stone gallery. Granite, marble countertops imported from all over the world to give you the smoothest countertops in your neighborhood. You can score a touchdown with Armina Stone. Penguin Talk is next.